and out there, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you never miss out when your girl is live and in action. It's your girl, Uniquely Destiny. Come on in, let's have a seat and enjoy our happy Wednesday. So, I hope everyone is having a good day. If you've not had lunch, hope you have lunch and you are enjoying it. Shout out to all of the new followers, new subbies, everyone that supports the channel. You all are the best. So, we're just going to jump right into a nail set that I this nail set is going to mix and mingle with a set that I done on my own nails when I first started out. So I want to see if I've gotten better with design. So I'm going to play around with some different things on this nail. But first things first, we're going to get into the polishes. So we're going to be using our Meter Cross 7 milliliter 812 bottle. We're also going to be using our Sunbow A20 or A19. I still haven't decided which one I wanted to do, and this is their 5 milliliter bottle. We're going to go in with the blue, and this time we're going to be using the Mortar color. This is the blue that I'm going to be using. Also, we're going to be using the Noir black and white that we got off of Amazon. The Mortar color comes off of Shein, and the Sunbow colors come straight off of Amazon. So without further ado, hopefully you all can hear me just fine, and we're going to go from here. Okay. All right. So the base coat, and we're also using our soft full coverage tips, long, they say medium, but they pretty long to me, from Shein as well. So my base coat is going to be, like I said, this A12, and it's going to be, I believe I use this A12 on my nails, so it's going to look like just a natural nude color, and then we will be going in with 2 coats of this color as well. All of the nails are pretty much going to have a French tip look to it. So we're going to get into some Frenchies. And yeah, this is an easy set, beginner friendly. You can mix and mingle the colors if you want. You've probably seen like a full set of one of the designs that we're going to do on the nails. But like I said, we're gonna mix and mingle this nail set with cow print, French tip. We're gonna do a little fun nail art that I did on my nails. Like I said, when I first started, and I started doing acrylic nails, and I did a green set in this set that I'm gonna do, and it turned out so cute. However, we're gonna try it in blue, but like I said, it's not the full set that I did. So we're going to actually see what it's looking like, and we're going to go from there. Now, this is just me taking a little bit of this, a little bit of that from some nail art, and then also trying to come up with inspo. So, yeah, you all can definitely try this out yourself, and then also, maybe look up different designs to go with it. Okay. All right, lovely. So we're going to be curing on about 70 seconds today. 70 seconds today. I'm going to be showing you all the colors. For those of you that just joined us, we're using our Meter Cross 5 milliliter 812 bottle. It's small, but it's very much so packed in color, pigmentation, and power, honey. So get ready to be slayed and laid. All right, Sunbow, like I said, I'm deciding on if I want to go in with this nice caramel like me color, which is A20, or A19, lighter than me, color for one of the designs. But we'll get there when we get there. You can get these 2 off of Amazon. Mortar color, you can get this in a set of 6 off of Amazon, off of Shein, for about $4. They went up $1. And then this has an undertone of pink. I don't know if you all can see that, so it's kind of mood changes a little bit. And then also black and white Noir. So like I said, you can play around with these colors if you want to. Totally up to you. I'm going to show you one of the designs that I'm going to be doing while this nail cures. So, I don't know if you all remember this nail set that I did, but I ended up doing this set when I first started, and I got so many good reviews on it, but it can be better. Okay, it can be way better. So let's go here. Okay, I'm pulling out the nail book now. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. It can be better. Okay, so here it is right here. This first set right here. Remember when I did these nails? So we're gonna do this, but like I said, we're gonna mix and mingle. We're only gonna do one of these designs on the nail, and then the rest we're gonna play around with some prints. Okay, so that's the inspo we're gonna go based off of today. All right, so we're gonna go in with our second coat of our meter cross. You can get this off of Shein in a set of, like I told y'all, 6 for $6. I just ordered some new colors, so we will be swatching some new colors when they come in soon. They have the new colors will include like a white. This is a extension gel polish as well, so yes, you can use this instead of using like acrylic nail, powder or polygel. You can just use this, and it does the same thing that you might want those two things that I named to do. So the colors that we have coming in will be brown. We got some glitter extension nail polish. So you want to definitely stick around and stay tuned for those lives as well, because I'm going to show you what we're made of, honey. Okay, when it comes down to it. And like you can already see what it's giving up. Okay, it's giving that you done went to the shop, child. Okay, so you're just gonna build the nail at the cuticle, and then you're gonna swatch it down. Okay, and the reason why I say you want to build it that cuticle is so you can get that nice, clean, fine salon look, as if you have gotten it built with like a poly gel or whatever you go for when you go into the nail shop. So that's all I'm saying there. So we're gonna keep it rolling. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, so you never miss out when your girl is live and in action. I do appreciate all my new subscribers. You all are the best. All of the positive vibes we get here. I hope you all learn from, as I always say, my mistakes, but also learn something from the nail sets that you may not know. Or if you want to provide feedback to me, please do, because I'm always open to learn and just critique and be better at what I do as well. So we are definitely a family, honey. Okay, we laugh, cry, sing. We do all the things over here. Anywho, moving on. Alrighty, so this is the second coat. Okay, so this is the second coat. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and cure that, like I said, on about 70. I'm gonna show you all the nail tips that I'm using as well, so you can get these off of Shein. Right now they have a sale going for $4 on these coffin nail tips, so you can get these off of Shein. Like I said, you get 550 count. These are the soft gel tips. This is how it looks on the inside. So yeah, up to you if you want to go that route. Up to you. Alrighty, so we're just gonna keep moving on. All right, can y'all hear me okay? If y'all can hear me okay, run up the hearts. Let me know that y'all can hear me okay. Because yesterday my freaking volume went out, and I do apologize for that. Hope you all still enjoyed the nails, the nail set or whatever. We're also gonna use some bloom polish today. However, comma.com. We're going to be curing our polish this time before we add both colors to the nail set. Okay, so just bear with me. You're going to need a few tools. You're going to need a liner brush and a dotting tool. You're going to need a smaller dotting tool if that's what you want to go in with. You're going to need a handy dandy brush if you want to use this for cleanup. You can get this out of Dollar Tree, honey. Dollar Tree me. Actually, these two came in a set from Dollar Tree for $125. So check out Dollar Tree if you have not. You never know what you may find. I'm also going to have my backup liner brush, but it is short. So very much so shorter than this liner brush, okay? But it's for backup purposes. So I don't get overwhelmed with having to stop and all of that. All right, now it's time to go in and design the nails. So I'm going to start from the uh, I'm actually gonna let this pop this back in there because the polish isn't quite dry yet. But I'm gonna start off with the thumbnail. We're gonna do a bloom polish. I am gonna be using my Exagi 15 milliliter um polish. You can get this off of Shein for, I think right now they got a sale for this honestly for like 250 right now. But you can use whatever bloom polish you want. It's totally up to you. Okay? So do what you do, okay? So we're going to start off with this. I already have my colors. You're also going to need your palette. So I'm going to start off with just blooming the thumbnail and then moving on, okay? Like I said, this will be French. Some of these will be French and some of them will be bloomed. Okay. All right. So I'm going to pop this back out of the nail lamp, making sure everything is nice and cured. We're good to go. All right. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and just bloom this nail. And because I'm using blue, I'm going to go ahead and just I'm going to go ahead and bloom this whole nail blue. Okay. And so I'm just putting a little bit of that bloom polish on the nail. And then I'm going to go in with my handy dandy dotting tool. I'm going to go in with the smaller one. And I'm going to just go ahead and dot the nail. I guess I didn't add the blue on there. So, child, here we go. We're going to add the blue to our palette. Okay, about that much. About that much there. And then we're going to move on, okay? Now, I just put it around the perimeter of the nail, so a little bit here, a little bit there, just because that's where I want the bloom to be, okay? And so you're going to go in with whatever type of design you want. I'm going to just go in here, here. It's going to do what I want it to do anyway, so I ain't going to trip about it. But you can do little dots. You can do whatever you feeling like you want to do for this particular uh bloom idea, because at the end of the day it's just going to uh bloom and merge itself. So yeah, so that's what we'll do here. All right, I'm gonna let it sit and let it do what it does, and then I'm gonna go in with some cleanup. Slight, okay, slight. And when I say clean up, that just means I'm going to make sure that none of my bloom is merging so much to where it's looking like it's all just one color, like right here. So if you have to take something off, go ahead and put it back and make sure that you are keeping the design on par. Okay. And you see how it's just doing whatever you want the design to be, it just flows that way. Okay. It just flows that way. I'm just filling in this backspace here. Okay. Take some of that off right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with a little bit of this bloom polish right here and right here. And add one more little dotty dot to it. Okay. One more little dotty dot. Now, if it's not looking as pigmented as you want it, like I always tell y'all, just go back over what you've already done and let it do what it does, okay? Don't get bent out of shape. You got this, okay? All right. Anywho, moving on. I'm just going back in to make this look a little bit more blue. A little bit more blue. Okay. And as always, too, if you want more professional, advice or insights to this, definitely go check out all the nail ladies that I name all the time. RX Nails, Nail by Portia, Nail by Key. Um, I see Tanise Nails, I think that's how you pronounce her name. Not trying to get nobody's name wrong. But yeah, go check out those ladies. And get your life, honey. Get your life. They give some great feedback, good commentary too. Keep you engaged, keep you on your toes. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna be doing here. So I don't want it to go over too much. I just want it to go over just enough. So I'm just extending my polish out. Okay. All righty, lovely. So once you've gotten it however you want it to look, then go ahead and pop it in the nail lamp and cure it. Okay. Pop it in the nail lamp and cure it. So it's going to look like that. Okay. Now, one might look at this and be like, oh, no. But trust me, if you trust in yourself and you trust in the process, then, well, these are going to be some stellar nails. All right. All right. I'm going to let that bloom for about a couple more seconds and then we're going to keep moving on. All right. So the next nail is going to be a French tip. Okay. Next nail is going to be a French tip. And we're going to basically, I'm going to go ahead and cure that so it ain't doing nothing crazy. So this nail and the pinky nail will be a French tip. So I'm going to do a white French tip and then we're also going to cow print this nail, okay? So however you do your French tips, that's how, we're going to be doing ours, okay? So I'm just going in sideways right here. And then I'll perfect my smile line in just a second. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take my liner brush here and I'm going to just clean up this area. So I'm going to go in with my shorter liner brush here that's already clean. And we're just going to, just clean up everything here. Okay. And yeah, we're going to let it do what it does. Okay. Now, y'all have seen me do my French tips so many different ways, y'all. So pick one that works best for you. But just make sure it's definitely giving French. Okay. All right. Okay. And if you have to clean it up, take stuff off, take it off. But nevertheless, make it look good. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to just clean up my French just ever so slightly. All right. Stop. All right. So once your French is looking however you want it to look, then go ahead and cure it. Okay. All right. So make sure it looks good to you, and once it's looking all right, go ahead and cure it. Okay. All right. I'm gonna clean this up right here, and then we're gonna let it do what it does. Okay. All right. So here is my French. Let me make sure it look okay from this side. Okay. And as always, French tips, I'm still working at them because, child, either you love them or you really, really hate them. Either way, the slay gonna happen. So if it slow you down in a minute, it's okay. Don't stop. Just keep going, okay? Because the slay still has to happen throughout the delay. Okay. Period. Point the blank. All right. So there we go, y'all. Hallelujah. We done made it. All right. I'm gonna pop that into the nail lampion as well. Next, moving on, we're going to do white and blue bloom on this nail, okay? White and blue bloom on this nail. And you can tell by the extension polish that it kind of looks like it was built a with some type of something, whether it be acrylic or polygel. So that's the beauty of, you know, the extension polish for those of you that are still thinking about it. So now I'm going to go in with my bigger uh, dotting tool. And now I'm going to dot the outside of this, and then we're going to go in with the inside of this with white. So one thing I want to encourage you all to do is find you some inspo and just practice. Whether it be your old nails you go back over, whether it be whatever it be, but practice, because I'm telling you, like, that's how you're going to kill it when it comes to slaying nails. You know what I'm saying? Like, just getting out of your comfort zone and doing whatever it is that you see by practicing it or coming up with your own. And don't let people deter you, especially folks that ain't even nails ain't even I hate I don't like, going here, but especially for people who aren't just really taking their craft serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, and telling you to come up with your own free, like, no, you gotta come on, bro. We all out here trying to learn and get to the bag. So to tell somebody not to find inspo is just basically telling them not to do nails. So find your rhythm, find your lane, and stick to it, okay? Trust me, just like y'all seen me struggle with them doggone French tips, you gonna struggle a little bit. You gonna stray maybe a little bit, but you don't give up. That's only gonna make you better. You continuously and perpetually trying and staying motivated throughout the process is what's gonna set you apart from me, other nail techs, anybody. You know what I'm saying? So just just keep going. You got this. Like I like, take it from me. Go look at my old stuff. I always give you shit. Babe, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Some of y'all started with me from the beginning, and baby, them nails was looking jacked. I mean, ugly.com. But they ain't stopped me. And it ain't gonna stop me. Alright, I'm gonna pop that in the nail lamp right fast. And then we're gonna go back over it with we're gonna go back over it with white. Okay. Yeah, that ain't gonna stop me from slaying the day away. I think I'm gonna go back over some bloom in just a minute and just fill this back in so it can spread just a little bit more, but only up here. All right, so that's what I'm saying. If you see something, just go ahead and fix it, child. Don't beat yourself up. Anyway, moving on. All right, so now we're gonna go in and we're gonna do our design. So this is where I was saying I don't know if I want to use this color. This color or caramel like me. I think I'm gonna do caramel like me. Um, and this is where we're gonna do that design that we did on my nails on this nail. So you're gonna go about right here. Okay. And you're gonna go around, just a little bit. Okay. So you're gonna get it on there however you get it on there. Yeah, caramel like me show up a little bit better. And yeah, I'm just naming it caramel like literally like me. So this is not the name of the color. Oh, ka-ching, blee. I know I be naming stuff. Ooh, I be naming stuff. Anyway, so now I'm gonna just go in with my handy dandy liner brush and just clean up this little line and this little area here. Okay. And once we clean it up, we're going to outline this with black, and then we're going to go in with exactly those nails that I showed y'all. We're going to go in with the same design, but this time we're going to go in with white. We're going to go in with blue. We're going to make it fun, okay? So I'm going to stop about right there. I think that's all I'm going to do right here. Let me zoom in so y'all can see a little better. That's better for y'all. I know I'm like right up in your face, but baby, I got to make sure you can see, honey, okay? Anyway, moving on. All righty, honey. All righty. So this one actually did what I needed it to do, honey. All right. So we're gonna go back in, and this time we're gonna put white right about here. I think I want to go in, and I'm just gonna go in with white right about here. Okay. All righty. So I'm just gonna go in the little pockets right here, very little, very little, very little. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. You know, like that right there. Okay, I'm gonna pop it into the nail lampion. Okay. All right. See that what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to it but to what? Do it, baby. Do it. Do it now. Okay. Too much. Too much. Too much. Okay. Too much. Too much. Don't think about it too much. Too much. All right, y'all. I'm trying to get this one right here to spread a little bit more, and then I'm gonna pop it in the nail lamp. But if it don't, I'm gonna give it a little zhuzh, and we're gonna let that do what she does. Okay. All right. Anyway, we're gonna move on. All right, we got that one right there. Well, while we at it, let's just go ahead and knock this one out too. I'm just gonna literally gonna go back over these three right here and give it just a little bit more blue, and then we're gonna go from here. Okay. Make sure that you are keeping a lint-free whitener and some acetone so that you are keeping your tools nice and clean, especially if you're going to be reusing them over and over and over and over and over. You get it. You get it, right? Right. Right. All right. All right. I'm letting that spread just a little bit more so we can get a full scope of what this, what we going for. And then if it's longer than what you anticipated it to be, we just go in and clean it up. That's why I like my little Dollar Tree brush, even though it broke on me. Can y'all tell I tore it up? Yeah, I sure did. I sure did. And I sure kept using it because it kept wanting to push itself in. I said, baby, okay, let me tell you, I'm still going to use you. Uh-huh. Sure is. All right, anyway, moving on. So now that it's been bloomed how I wanted to, I'm gonna go ahead and just pop it back into the nail lamp, and we're gonna go on and move on. Again, these are very much so beginner friendly nails. You can do this with your eyes closed if you so choose. Um, Even though I just say that as a little funny metaphor, but don't do that. All right, anyway, moving on. All right, so we're gonna go back in with our French tip. We're gonna go back in with our French tip, and then we're gonna do some cow print. Okay. Then we're gonna outline this with blue. Okay. All right. And so, however you do your French tips, again, do them. I'm still learning how to perfect my French tip, and y'all, I found those nail stickers that I was telling y'all about I just didn't know what they was in. Child, I got so much stuff over there in that overflow of my travel case. It ain't even funny. I need to start using it. But it's basically some French tip nail forms in all shapes. So it helps you, get the shape down more efficiently. But, do what works best for you, child. I need to get over there and just use the stuff, child. Cause what I'm doing, holding on to it. I guess I'm waiting on me getting licensed for real, so I can go and use it for real, and not for play. You know. But that ain't no excuse. If you got it, use it, honey. Okay. Don't abuse it, or you can lose it. Anyway, moving on. Y'all get it. All right, y'all. So I'm finna go on ahead and child fight with this doggone French tip. Ooh wee. I hope it don't give me too much strife. All right. So once you got your French tip nice and right, go ahead and pop it into the nail lamp. Looking at this side look like it's a little off. All right, I think we in the money now. I think we in the money. We in the money, y'all. We gonna keep moving on. Hopefully she ain't too bad off. We in the money. All right. Anyway, moving on. See, you just gotta talk through it, child. You gotta talk to yourself, and if the stuff don't look right, take it off. Or whatever Bernie Mac said. Whatever Bernie Mac said. If you know, you know. Anyway, moving on. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and do this one since we're working on white, because this one be French tip too. But this time we're gonna go in with stripes. Okay. Instead of cow print. All right. So let's go in like so. Alright. Yeah, I know usually I just paint it all and then go in. I'm trying something new, child. I think I'm fancy. Even though it might look a little messy, y'all get it. Yeah, I see me. But that's what I'm saying. Learn from my mistakes. Don't do what I do. Do better, honey. Do better. Or maybe you can do what I do in some aspects, but child, do better, please. Please. Okay. That's why I always say, like me on the outside, when I'm not doing nails, see, look at that. That's a hot mess. When I'm not doing nails, I'm just studying. Like I told you, I'm just looking at videos, practicing in the background on how I can get certain things. better, like AKA French and all of it, and just looking up different designs I can try, just doing my research. And they don't make you a boring person. They don't make you like a, you know, amateur in all capacities. That actually makes you a better student and steward at what you're doing, because you are putting in that work for trying to research on how to elevate your craft. Okay. So that being said, don't beat yourself up for it, and don't let people try to deter you from doing just that. Hell, we all learn from each other. So I mean, how else you gonna get better? You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta kick them folks to the curb, child. Hey, Miss Tara, how you doing? Okay, so yeah, I get it. Okay, all right, y'all. So I think I'm almost getting it. However, like I said, I need to practice with those doggone, what's it called? It's those doggone stickers. They aren't stickers, they're actually forms of some sort. French forms, French tip forms. And they you just put them on. I guess they are stickers then. You just put them on a nail, and then you just go in with for the French tip. Okay? But this is raw and authentic and real in real time, baby. I'm not gonna be like, oh, behind the scenes, it was so easy. Heck no. Do you see me right now? Baby, they had to be behind the scenes, okay? So I just happen to, when I have eyes, I just happen to make sure that I'm a little bit on my pivot. Because, baby, sometime behind the scenes, I'm telling you, I'll be like, if you don't get right this time, I'm about to leave. I'm about to go. I cannot. I cannot. Like, look at this. Hot mess. Hot mess. All right. We finna straighten it up, and then we finna move on, because I'm not going to spend too much time on this French tip stuff. So, I can't be Frenched up. Can't be worried about it, child. All right, so we're gonna take all that off, and then I think I'm pretty cool with that part. I'm just gonna come in just a little bit, like so. That's good to me. Then I'm gonna go around. We got it. We cooking with gas now. We cooking with gas now. I'm gonna fix this little part right here. And baby, well, just needed a little elbow grease, and she got it together. And this ain't 702. Okay. Child, if you know, you know. I'm clean this little bit up, and like I told y'all, we finna go on here and pop on the nail lamp. Child, wait. I'm not finna spend all day on this. The slightest little bit. Hey, Love Star, how you doing? Thank you so much for the heart, lovely. All right, y'all. I'm finna use this tool and get her done. Cause baby, it's finna be striped up anyway. However, you still gonna be able to see that doggone French too. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta make sure it look good. She ain't just looking crazy. All right, hey dude, you can get snatched, dude. All right, here we go. Got that out the way. Gotta clean up this side, and well, we are going to be done, my loves. It's like this one little bit right here. All right. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right, for real this time. There we go, y'all. We got her. Finally. Finally. Jesus, Lord of mercy. Lord of mercy. It could be better. So let's make her better. All right. There we go. I'm feeling good about it. I'm finding it. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. Bam. Whoo, child. There we go. Moving on. Popping it in the nail lamp. All right. T.com. All right. So now we are going to take our handy dandy dotting tool and we are going to cow print this out. And then instead of doing it with black, we're going to outline it with blue. Or however you do your print, your cow print. This is mine. Okay. I'm just filling in spots now. I guess I could connect that one. And then we'll extend that one. All right. Well, I'm feeling pretty good about it. So here we go. Here we go. Here's what we're working with. Okay. Hold up. Working with a monster. Okay. Anyway, moving on. All right, y'all. Let's go over this freaking French tip here for the um pinky. Take your time. As always, if you are a beginner or intermediate, you know, these videos are for you. It's for everybody, honestly. But professionals are on a whole nother level, child. Y'all be seeing me do stuff. I don't even know I can do them. You know what I'm saying? Like them 3D nails I did. Oh, I didn't even know I had it in me. But I still got a long way to go. However, comma, Just keep going. Just keep going, you know? And don't beat yourself up. Telling y'all. Go back and watch some of my videos. Hell, you ain't even gotta watch some of my videos. Just go look at some of them dang I'm show you some of them nails I said, God, leave but them nails was so grown to Jesus. What I thought I was killing them, y'all. I thought I was just slaying them. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was, you hear me? Did nobody tell me my nail was ugly? She used to try to tell me them ain't it. And I used to be like, this is it. She used to be like, no, they not it, honey. Look at me now. We get in paper. So don't beat yourself up. Just be true and know that you will grow. And when you look back, you will bend and grew. Okay? True and grew is the motto. And laugh through it. You know what I'm saying? Just smile through it. It's okay. Everything ain't gonna be perfect. But hey, you make it fun, child. It ain't nothing you can't do. Nothing. All right, let's go back over this black one more time. All right, there we go with our second coat, looking more pigmented, right? That's why two coats are very important. You know, some stuff be like, oh, okay, cool, we can pass with one. No, I just gonna do it with two. Okay. Alright. Now that I'm looking at this one, my white didn't do what I needed to do, but it's all good. I kind of like that look. All right. Anyway, moving on. If you want to go back in and make the white a little bit more pigmented to your liking, please, by all means, do so. Now, here we go. Second coat. Okay. Second coat of our brown. We're going to go ahead and clean our liner brush so that we can go ahead and get it together. Come on and let's get it together. I don't really want to go. All right. I'm just going over the outline of the nails. Okay. So I don't, so I make sure I get it very much so as pigmented as I can so that when we go in with the designs that we did on the green nail shows up. Okay. And even when I did those nails, one thing I will say is that I was just like still getting used to like getting acrylic down. So they were just ever so slightly thick, like ever so slightly thicker than what I wanted it to be. But now y'all see these acrylic nails be on point. Now I need to practice polygel some more because I used to play with polygel, but then I had, ooh, we child, it stopped. And when I first started out, I'm telling y'all, them the nails I'm talking about. Y'all will go back and y'all will see. You be like, girl, them nails was thinner than a pole, just thin, just thin, child. I don't even know what to compare it to, child. They were just so thin, they was brittle, they would break off. But I thought I was slaying on the child. But that's where growth comes in, in all seriousness. Like, you see something, you observe it, you study it, you practice it, and you just, when you want better and you want to be, more grounded in what you do, then that is what you're going to do. You want to make sure that you are, studying the craft and just putting it into practice, okay? All right, so we're going to pop that back into the nail lamp. All righty. Now, while we got that right there, I'll go in with a little bit of blue here. I'll put a little bit of blue right there. All right. And then we're going to outline this nail here. Okay. Just checking it to make sure everything is nice and right and tight like I need it to be. It's going to look like that. Okay. All right. Much better. All right. It's going to look like that. Okay. All right. We're going to pop that in the nail lamp. All right. And so essentially, we're going to do the same thing over here on this nail. Okay. And then we're going to, instead of doing cow print, we're going to do stripes. So let's go ahead and clean our brush. Make sure that brush is staying clean, okay? So we're going to go in with our handy dandy stripes. I want you to rock me like your back ain't got no bone. Whatever Tina said. All right. Fun fact, I never did my stripes up this way. This is my first time. All right. Let me just take it off. Rock me, baby. Oh, y'all gotta overlook my outburst, cause baby, I'll be thinking I sound like Tina. I do. I sure do. I know I don't, but I be feeling like I do. All right, child. There we go. So here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. Then we're gonna go back over it again for a second coat and keep it moving. Uh-oh. Let's put this back in the lamp. Because this one is doing something funny. It's doing something funny that I don't like. All right, so let's go over this with the blue one more time so that we can get it nice and outlined. Bet you my golly wow, you're the one that I've been waiting for forever. All right, we're gonna pop it in the nail lamp. All right, let's see if this one. Okay, it did what I needed it to do. I know every time y'all get on here, feel like they cutting the dang grass. And it seemed like they cut it every dang week, y'all. We ain't even got that much grass for them to be cut. But they out there cutting their grass. I appreciate you for cutting their grass, but I ain't coming. Every time I'm doing live, you gotta cut that grass. You know what I'm saying? My father gotta hear, yeah, yeah. Like, what? You're the one that I've been waiting for. Kind of went over the line there, so we're gonna just clean that up. And then I see a little dot in here that I don't need right here, right in this little area here. So I'm gonna clean that up as well. And then we're gonna go back over it. And so this is what the second coat is looking like. Okay, I'm gonna pop it into the nail lamp. And this is how that one turned out. My phone got a glare. It has a glare the first. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, y'all. Now we're gonna focus on this nail here, okay? And so this is gonna look like the green nail, okay? So we're going to first start off by doing, why is my nail lamp not coming on? Come on, sweetheart. Alright, y'all, my lamp back working. Alright, so we're gonna start off with blue. Then we're gonna do white, blue, brown, blue. So 3 blues, 1 white, 1 brown. Okay. However, I'm going to take this black right here. And let me first outline this right here. gonna look like that. Okay. We're then going to then make an X. Big old X. Like so. Okay. And then I'm gonna let that dry. In the meantime, in between time, we're gonna French this blue. Okay. French it blue. Now you can go in with some polka dots here if you want, but that's up to you. I may or may not go in with polka dots. I know I'm always polka dot and stuff. Don't worry, we're gonna clean this up. Alright. Let's clean this up, shall we? Oh my god, I'm gonna have to take that color off of my nail. Alright, so alright, that's how that one's gonna look. Just like the other one. Okay. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no. I got to keep on moving. Oh my God, this lamp, y'all. I promise I can't wait to get a new freaking lamp. I say that every time I come on live, don't I? So we're gonna do 6 little black bumps. Okay. Come on. Don't go out. All right. Typically, you want to go ahead and just go over your second coat and then do this, but you know, we didn't do that this time. Popping it in the nail lamp. Okay. All right. Let's go back over the blue on here. All right. And then So everything you do, you're just gonna take your time. You can do it, okay? Just slow down, breathe, take a break, walk around. But you got this, okay? Nothing, and when I say nothing, nothing is too hard for you to do when it comes to this design. Nothing. Now we're just gonna go back over our little riffs and raps, okay? And this is why I very much so enjoy doing nails. When I get my license, though, I'm gonna have better methods for you. But until then, you can witness a mogul in the making by just taking her time, being an encouraging ear and support while perfecting her own craft. Her is me. And you all are moguls too. You just got to get out of your head. Once you do that, well, hey, you'll be all right. You're going to be all right. My headphone died, so give me just a second. Okay, that's the second coat of everything, and then we're going to fill everything in with the color, okay? All right. Whew. That's that now, okay? All right, so let me put in my. Oh, can y'all hear me okay? Run up the hearts if you can hear me okay. Let me know if you all can hear me in my headphone better or not, okay? All right, so now we're gonna go in with blue, white, blue, brown, and then blue. All right, so we're gonna make sure that our brush is nice and clean. So three will be blue, one will be white, and one will be brown. Okay. Two white and then one um brown. I don't understand a girl like you. You got a man, yet you're acting like a fool. Cause ain't nothing worse than you walking out that door. You got to cook and clean and wash everything. Smile, hand your man a pen so he can write that check paying all your bills. All right, y'all. So this is how the first coat is looking. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pop it in the nail lamp. And then we're going to go ahead and get started with the second coat. Now these right here are pretty much done. Let me see how I'm gonna like doing some polka dots. All right, I think I'll let that rock. I think I'm gonna add these to it, these three. Hand your man a pen so he can write that check. All right, y'all. So for these nails, I am gonna add a little accent, which is just like a little, one little jewel, like right there to each of the French tip nails. So we're gonna go in with these clear Dollar Tree. Damn, let me bag up. We're gonna go in with the clear Dollar Tree. I'll probably be like, dang, she ain't got no more other jewels. I do. I do. I do. I have a lot of them actually. But baby, you can't get enough of Dollar Tree. You can't get enough of my love and my loving. How many of y'all remember the BMC boys? You had to be a truly a 99 or 2000, early 2000, baby, to know who BMC boys is. Okay. So she say she wanna go. There's a man I give it up. I'm a come and put it down. Look at that. When no one's around. You have to, baby. If you know who BMC is, you my type of person. Okay, my type of person, honey. While I'm thinking about it, let me just go ahead and you can get enough. You can get enough of it. You can get enough of my love and my oh. Alright, I'm just flash cue these. Yeah, yeah. Alright, okay, going in with the second coat here. And anything we didn't fill in the first go round, you definitely want to fill in and make sure you get the full scope of the design, you know? Going in with the white. Hey girl, what's your fantasy? I wanna take you and next to me. I know between the sheets. All right, y'all. Had to do a little bit of cleanup there. More than I anticipated. But nevertheless, we got it. That's why paying attention to detail is very important. And having these little things right here is very much so helpful. All right, now we go in with the brown, and then we can top coat it. Okay. Okay. So here is how it looks with the second coat. Okay. Pop that into the nail lampion. I'm going to show y'all what they look like before we go to the next phase of the nails. And I'm going to be using my Macart top coat. Okay. Macart top coat. All right. Oh, oh, baby, baby, I want your love surrounding me. Don't come for my singing, okay? Don't even do it. All right, here we go. This is my Macart top coat. You can get this off of Amazon. And you can get two for, I think they still two for, because they had a sale too, two for $6. But when I got them, they were two for $7. So whatever you feel like you want to do, definitely do it. Just do it now. Do it. Okay, for you. I go all the way there, don't it? I know, my bad. I just, get into the mood, All right, y'all. We have slayed the day away sachet. Okay. All right. So we are going to top coat everything. Now try this out in a different color, if you will. Okay. Green, yellow, white, blue, purple, orange, gray. When I first did the green set I showed y'all earlier in acrylic on my nails, I was going to do it in gray and white, but then I kept seeing like so many designs in gray and white, pink and white, yellow and white. So I was like, yeah, let's do green. Even though I think it's a green set out there too. I'm sure it is, child. We all do pretty much similar things, but that's why I try to freestyle and do some stuff that's kind of different. But this right here, child, everybody do this. So, and it's beginner friendly. Like, child, you could do this on your own, Neil. Okay. Like I said, this channel is where y'all that don't mind taking time, learning with me, growing with me, but you can definitely do it on your own. I'm not gonna try not to do anything that's complicated, complex, because baby, we all out here trying to get it. The ones that want to get it, that is. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Okay. Um. So here is the nail set. Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay. So here they are before the lamp. Let me go ahead and pop it into the lamp. Okay. And then we're going to move on. Okay. All right. So once that is cured, I'll show y'all what they look like. Yesterday, my sound went out when we did the abstract nails. So I appreciate you all for coming in and we did these abstract nails. So I sat there after I got off live and I was like, the only thing I don't like about this nail is that I made the green a little too thick. But nevertheless, I am in love with everything else. And these were inspired by Sheen. So yeah, like y'all try get some inspo and try it out yourself. You never know what you can do until you do it. Like this horse, like I wanted my horse to be so much better, right? Because I did this horse offline. Where's my other horse? Because y'all know I got the horses in the bag. Let me stop. Oh, we got to play entirely too dang much. You hear me? Yeah, I don't even know what a horse is. Oh, here you go, right here. So I ended up doing the horse. So I ended up doing this one. So I was like, okay, I can do the horse. Child. This horse looks so much finer than this one right here. But we did it, child. We did it, okay? Anyway. So yeah, just play around with stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Yeah, this right here, this nail set that I'm gonna do right here, gonna be fire. It's gonna be a black girl magic nail set. Like we doing 3D nail art there. So yeah, just stay tuned for that. All right, so here are the nails. Okay, so here we go. Y'all liking them? You finding it? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, I'm gonna post this on my page, but I hope that you all are enjoy like you all definitely enjoyed this nail set. But for real though, y'all learn from my mistakes. Things that you saw me struggle with, try to maybe look them up for yourself and you know, go from there, you know. So yeah. All right. All right, lovelies. I'm gonna get up out of here. Much love to you all. Slay the day away because you got this, honey. Okay? Period. Okay. All right, lovelies. I'm out this thing. Bye.